8 times a year, 12 people lock a door in Washington. No cameras, no audience. 6 weeks of argument, settled in 2 days.
And when that door opens again, the price of your money has changed. Your mortgage, your car loan, your boss's payroll. Tonight's news will give you the number. It will never give you the fight.
Because the fight is the real story. 2 tribes walk into that room. One of them is me.
And one of them is me. Today, we open the door. How does the Fed actually decide? And why do the smartest people in the room keep disagreeing? Start with the names you already know from every headline. Hawks and doves.
And you've probably filed us as good guy, bad guy. Wrong. We're not teams. We're fears. My tribe remembers one thing: prices. Once they start running, don't stop politely. Wages chase prices, chase wages. The names are older than the Fed, by the way. Hawks strike, fast, early, willing to draw blood. Doves would rather calm the room and keep everyone fed. The last time it broke loose, it took a decade of misery to get it back in the cage.
I don't argue with the memory. I argue with what it licenses. My tribe remembers the opposite disaster. Work that needed doing, and millions locked out of doing it. Every month of that is a rent check missed, a skill going stale, a family quietly shrinking its life.
2 nightmares, both real, both happened, within living memory.
So a hawk isn't cruel, and a dove isn't naive. Each of us stands guard at a different door. The question is, what happens when both guards sit down at the same table?
Here's the part outsiders never believe. We read the same numbers, same jobs report, same price data, identical charts.
Then, slow down. Because this is where everyone watching gets stuck. Same chart. How do we walk out on opposite sides?
Because the chart tells you where you are. It never tells you which error is cheaper.
And error isn't abstract. A quarter point sounds like pocket change, until it compounds across 30 years of somebody's mortgage.
Tighten too hard, and I've thrown people out of work for nothing. Wait too long, and prices break loose, and the repair costs double.
So every meeting is a bet on which mistake you can live with. My tribe dreads the jobs we destroy on purpose.
Mine dreads the prices we lose by accident.
And the bet lands late. Whatever this room chooses today, the economy feels it months down the road, long after the hands go up.
Picture steering a ship whose rudder answers a year late. Now hand the wheel to 12 people. So you're not watching a calculation, you're watching a jury weigh reasonable doubt, while the evidence is still arriving.
A jury that reconvenes every 6 weeks, forever. No final gavel. The case never closes. 12 people, forecasting a future none of them can see, deciding which of your neighbor's risks matter more. They even publish their guesses, a grid of anonymous dots, one per forecaster. And the dots never agree. That's not incompetence. That's the honest shape of not knowing.
Which raises the obvious question. How does an argument like that ever end?
It ends the way a jury ends. They vote. Around that table, 7 governors, 5 Reserve Bank presidents, 12 ballots, over the price of money for 1/3 of a billion people.
First, everyone speaks. The room hears every district. Factories, farms, banks, ports. Then the chair proposes a verdict.
19 people speak, by the way. Only 12 vote. The rest argue for districts that get a voice this round, but no ballot.
And here's what the movies get wrong. It's not a shouting match. The real weapon in that room is the dissent.
Because outside that door, one no is a signal flare. Analysts read a single dissent as a forecast of where the next fight is heading. Vote against the chair, and your name goes on the record. Permanently. Historians will read it.
So a dissent is expensive, and you spend it like capital. Most meetings end 9-3, 10-2. Consensus, with a footnote.
Which means the number that moves your mortgage was never a fact. It was a settlement, negotiated between 2 fears.
3 weeks later, they publish the minutes, so anyone patient enough can read who blinked, and the verdict itself arrives as 2 pages of careful language. Markets reprice trillions before most people finish the first paragraph over a single changed word.
One adjective. Softened. Sometimes that's the entire difference between your loan getting cheaper or not. Now the uncomfortable part. Look around that table again and notice who's missing. You. You never elected a single person in that room.
Correct. And that's not a flaw in the design. That is the design.
Say it plainly. The people holding the single biggest lever over your paycheck are placed deliberately beyond your ballot.
Now ask why a democracy would build that on purpose. Start with why courts sequester a jury. Sequestered juries get locked in hotels, cut off from the noise. So the verdict answers the evidence, not the mob. You don't let the crowd outside the courthouse vote on the verdict. Not because the crowd is stupid, because the crowd is interested. Politicians are that crowd. Before every election, they want the same gift: cheap money, now. The bill arrives after the votes are counted.
And yet the crowd's rent is real. Being interested isn't a character flaw when it's your paycheck on the docket.
One Fed chairman said the quiet part in a single sentence. This job is to take away the punch bowl just as the party gets going. Nobody running for office will ever say that.
And notice whose party he keeps ending. It's always somebody's first good year in a decade. Beautiful theory. Now hold the other side of it. Those 12 can end your job, deliberately, as policy, and there is nothing you can do about it at any ballot box, ever. No recall election. No complaint line that matters. The most consequential vote in your financial life, and your name isn't on the roll. Unelected, unfireable, cushioned by 14-year terms. When they're right, we call it independence. When they're wrong, who answers for it?
The answer is slower, not absent. Chairs are appointed and confirmed by the people you do elect. The mandate is written by law, and Congress can rewrite the room any time it dares.
Confirmed once, then untouchable for years. That's not accountability. That's a very long leash, held by nobody in particular. Anytime it dares. Listen to yourself. The safeguard is that touching it feels unthinkable.
Yes, and look at the places where touching it was thinkable, where leaders grabbed the lever for themselves. The money died first, the jobs died after. That insulation isn't their privilege, it's our fuse.
So the room needs both tribes. A table of only hawks strangles every recovery in the crib.
A table of only doves lets prices run wild, and the poorest households pay first.
The outcome to fear isn't my side winning, or his. It's either side, winning completely.
Who benefits? Whoever reads that room before the market does.
Who pays? Whoever gets caught by surprise. The borrower who never knew a meeting was even happening.
And who carries the risk? 12 names on a page, each carrying one fear, so the rest of us don't have to carry both. That's the whole wager of the system. 2 fears, permanently at one table, each too strong for the other to ignore.
So here's what you walk out with. Next time a headline says, "The Fed decided," you'll know it didn't. It argued. It weighed 2 fears. And then it counted hands.
Read past the number, find the dissent. Ask which nightmare won this round, and how close the count was.
Because you'll never hold a ballot inside that room. But from today, you can read its verdict like someone who was there.